Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Now today is very windy. I'm going to show you the flags here. They're freaking rocking. Crazy weather. You see the clouds moving all in through here. And then over here, we got clear behind us. So I have no idea what's going on here with the weather. But the wind is really kicking. So I'm going to mention something real quick and then I'm going to jump right into the video, okay? Just so you know, over at my website, preppernurse1.com, we're doing a special all month. Anything you purchase, be it the Legacy long-term food storage, any of the merchandise that I have over there, the t-shirts, the coffee mugs, the beer mugs, the stickers for bumper stickers for cars or stuff like that, everything is 10% off. You use the code PREP10, okay? And it's right over the top of, when you go to the website, you'll see it right on there. So when you go to check out, you put in that code PREP10 and you'll get 10% off of everything on the website, okay? So again, it's preppernurse1.com. The link will be down below. Okay, so let's get into today's video. I'm gonna hurt some feelings today, guys, okay? So we're gonna talk about some stuff, and I did a video on South Africa and basically the white genocide that's happening over there right now, okay? So we're going to talk about a couple things, and then we're going to hurt some feelings, and you guys know me. I say it like it is. I tell the truth. I don't sugarcoat things, okay? So in 1652, I believe it was, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the Dutch settlers settled South Africa. There were no blacks in the area at that time. There were no no blacks down in that area because a lot of the tribes were wandering tribes. So they were very nomadic, okay? So they didn't settle in one area. Blacks actually didn't come into that area until 137 years later. So the Dutch settlers were the ones that founded that area of South Africa. So that's the reality. So that land was not stolen. It was settled. There was no land to steal because there was nobody there, okay? So all the people that have come on and said how, oh, it's payback and screw the white man and the white devils and you know, it's okay now that these people are killing white people and torturing and raping women and children and stuff like that, that's fine because that's what the white man did to all the black people. Well, here's the thing is, you know, if you're going to talk about those type of things, know your facts first of all, okay? Now, we're going to talk about something else real quick before we go back into this. We're talking about apartheid, okay? And how supposedly, I've had a lot of people say in the course of that video that I did, how America, we did nothing when apartheid was ruling over in South Africa. Now, apartheid was completely wrong, guys. It was all segregation and the whole 9 yards too. Just like the stuff that was going on here in the United States. We didn't get affirmative action going here in the United States until the 60s, okay? So anyway, so that was absolutely 100% wrong what happened after that point. But the thing is, white people didn't steal the land because there was nobody there to take it from. So let's get that fact out of the way, number one, okay? The thing is, what's going on now, and here's the thing is, anybody that was born, like, okay, give you a great example. I am of European descent for the most part, okay? That's where my ancestors came from, was Europe. But I was born in America. I am an American. I'm not a white American, I'm an American, okay? So that's who I am. I was born in this country, this is my country. If you were born in South Africa, if you're white, black, orange, red, yellow, whatever color you are, or whatever you identify with, you are a South African, okay? So the thing is, same thing here in the United States, as soon as we all realize that we're all one people, then it's gonna get better. Same thing needs to happen in South Africa. Same thing needs to happen around the world, okay? Whatever country you're from, and the thing is, I hate that too, because it's like, you know, that makes us all like, oh, well, we're part of this group and you're part of that group. We're all human beings, guys, and I've said this before, okay? When you cut us, we all bleed red. So, and all our parts on the inside are pretty much the same, okay? Only our hair color, skin color, pigmentation might be different. That's about it, okay? So, those are things that I really wanted to talk about, because it's like I just really get tired of the whole separation of everything all the time. We are all in this together. People ask me why I fly. Okay, so here we go. Got the flags here, got flags over there. I have more flags that I need to put up, okay? I got the post, I got to get the post from my neighbor, and I have to, I want to stain them first so that they don't weather, and then they're going to go along the driveway, and then the rest of the flags, I got about 9 more flags that I got to put up, okay, for right now. And if more people send me more flags of their country, I will fly them as well. The reason I fly the flags is because we are all in this together as human beings, okay? Anybody that's prepping, anybody that's trying to live off grid, anybody that's trying to be free, no matter where you are, you're all my brothers and sisters, okay? So here's the thing, you know, what's going on right now in South Africa is wrong, just like apartheid was wrong, okay? Just like what happened here in the United States was wrong, okay? But now we've gone full circle and things are reversed realistically. And anybody that says, oh no, that's not true, you know what? I'm tired of people blaming white people for everything, okay? You are responsible as a human being for your own actions, regardless of what color you are, okay? I was not handed a silver spoon. I had no white privilege. I love that when people say that. Oh, you got white privilege. Man, I'll tell you what, I was dirt poor. We had squat, okay? I made what I had happen myself, okay? Now here's the things you'll find funny, is because I'm very anti-government. Because of student loans, I was able to go to college to get my nursing degree, okay? And so I paid my student loans back many, many, many years ago, okay? But I'll tell you what, I paid that payment every month, and I did it with pride, because I was just so grateful to be able to have a career and to have that help to be able to have my career. I'm a big believer that we should have free education, and part of your salary, the rest of your life, should go back in, and even if it's 1% of your salary, the rest of your life should go back into the educational system, so our educational system could be free. So that way anybody with a brain in their head can get the education that they want to get. And that could be trade school, that could be, you know, regular college, for whatever they're pursuing, as long as you maintain a certain GPA. That's how it really should be. And then the thing is, because you got your education for free, you pay back the rest of your life. You pay 1%. 1%'s nothing, guys, okay? It's my opinion. Take it for leave it, whatever. But the thing is, I think that anybody, regardless of what color they are, if they have the intelligence to be able to go to college to better themselves, they should do it, okay? Now, I talked about this in another video as well, and this happens in this country all the time, which drives me absolutely crazy. And I'm going to tell you a story, okay, real quick. So, what happens in this country when a black man stands up, gets himself educated, goes on to school, does good, and stuff like that? Well, then he's an Uncle Tom. He's sold out. He's trying to be white. How stupid is that? That is the stupidest thing, in my opinion, that I've ever heard. It makes no sense whatsoever. All of us, regardless of color, should be trying to better ourselves. We should want better for our children. I'm going to tell you what, I want better for my kids than I had, okay? And I've laid the foundation for that for them. And my children are doing very well in life. You know, I mean, my son has his issues because of his autism, but that's, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. But my daughter is a straight A student. And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why she's a straight A student. Number one, she's very, very highly intelligent, okay? But the thing is, she has a support system. She has me, who cares and wants to see her do well. But I don't want her to do well for me. I don't want her to do well for me. I want her to do well for herself. And she has that self-esteem and she has that confidence, and she's going to do well. So, I'm going to go to a story real quick. I was in the Army. I was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, okay? One of the racist areas you will ever see in your life, okay? Because here's what happened. Everybody worked together during the day. Now, this is in the 80s, guys. This isn't 100 years ago. Everybody worked together during the day just fine. Did what we had to do. At the end of the day, the whites went this way, the blacks went that way. Whatever color you were, you other than white or black, you picked a side and that's who you stayed with. Alright? I never rolled like that. I take everybody as an individual. I had a guy that I hung out with, his name was Dennis, and I won't say his last name, but Him and I hung out. He was black, I was white. We hung out all the time. We used to go to movies. Great dude. He was from Florida, and everybody always used to joke, oh, Florida's just an extension of New York. So, but me and him got along great. Real good guy. So he comes to me one day and he says, hey, Carswell. And I said, yeah, what? He says, we can't hang out no more. I said, why not? He said, the brothers, meaning the black guys there on base, were giving him a hard time because he was hanging out with a white guy. And they told him, you make a choice. You make a choice. You either pick him or you pick us. And he told me, he said, Ed, if I pick you, he said, then you are the only thing I'm going to have. He goes, I can't do that. And I looked at my friend and I said, you know what, man? I said, I understand. Because I did. I got it. He had to make a hard choice because of ignorance and stupidity. Okay? He should have never been in a position that he had to make that choice. But unfortunately, he had to. And I totally understood at the time. And it's like the reverse racism that I saw in the military was absolutely ridiculous. I'll be honest with you. It was crazy because I was always raised. Everybody's, you know, treat everybody like you want to be treated, you know. And I'm still that way, guys. And I'm going to tell you what, if my friend looked me up today and said, hey, dude, let's get together and let's hang out, man, I would hang out with him in a second. He did what he had to do at the time, and I totally understood it, okay? But that's life, unfortunately. And that's ignorance on both sides that forces stuff like that to happen. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. I'll tell you another quick story. All right? Just so you guys know where I'm coming from. So when I went down south, back down south at 27, I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Okay? I worked at a psychiatric hospital full-time, and I worked as a waiter part-time back then. It actually was an Olive Garden in Durham. These are things you can look up, and I'm, you know, so I'm not saying anything that's not true. So the psychiatric hospital that I worked at, I met a girl there. The staffing at this hospital was 80% black, 20% white. All your upper management was white. Okay. Now this is now the early 90s. So I meet this girl. And man, I'll tell you what, I fell for her hard. And we really, really liked each other and stuff like that. And she said to me one day, she said, Ed, she said, you're everything I've always wanted in a man, except that you're white. Hey, this girl was black. I was dating a black girl. She says, I know you don't care what other people think, and I know you're proud to have me on your arm when we go out. She goes, but I can't take the way white and black people look at us and the way that they act when we're out as a couple. Okay? That's sad, folks. That's so sad, because I'll tell you what, I would have married that girl and I would have had kids with that girl. Okay? I really would have. But you know what? It wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. Things happen, and you know, I can't change the way somebody feels. Now, I will tell you this, after that I never dated another black woman again, and I'm going to tell you why. Relationships are hard enough. They're not easy. Dealing with just a regular nonsense. When you throw race in there on top of it, it makes things that much harder. So anybody who wants to call me a racist, knock yourself out. I really don't care. But I'm going to tell you what, I am not. I treat everybody the same. If you're cool with me, I'm going to be cool with you. So I'm not like bashing on anybody. I'm not attacking anybody. So, you know, I share my life with you guys. You know, I tell you the good and the bad. You know, I show you what we do here, what works well and what doesn't. But this is something, you know, a lot of those comments that I saw in the whole South Africa thing about people saying, oh, this is payback for white man stealing the land and they deserve what they get and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Those people that are born now are not deserving nothing. They had nothing to do with anything that happened. And that land was not stolen. So there you go on that, okay? Now, you want to go ahead and talk about what we did over here in the United States to the Indians? That's another whole video. And I will do a video on that, okay? Again, did I have anything to do with that? Nope. So anyhow, I will talk to you guys all later. I just wanted to get this off my chest because I was pretty disgusted. I deleted a lot of comments, I'll be honest with you, from that video. Just because they were so hateful and they were so disgusting. It really bothered me that people actually think like that. But anyway, that's what it is. So go ahead. You want to hammer on me, guys? Hammer away, because I got broad shoulders. I could care less. Sharing my thoughts, letting you know how it is. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. I really want to know, too. Let me know how this video came out with with the windsock on here because it is really freaking windy today. Okay, so anyway, remember guys, STD, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it, and the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. That's it. Nobody else can do it, okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Solar-wise, I actually brought in 4.8 kilowatt hours yesterday. Crazy on a mostly overcast day. Today we're already up almost 3 kilowatt hours. It's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So beautiful, beautiful. Weird weather though. Really, wind is kicking. So anyway, listen, I will talk to you all later. And the bugs are out now, so that's awesome too. I love it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.